This is home. And our roots run as deep as the love we have for this place. Owned by the same Cincinnati company for more than 70 years. And what matters to you matters to us.
I'm Craig McKee. Here's a look at some of today's top stories. Deputies are at the scene of a deadly stabbing in Walton for a second night. Detectives found Monique Pena and her two children, Nikki and Katie, dead last night at the Legends at Steeplechase along Overland Ridge. The father of one of the children was found alive with stab wounds on his neck and upper body. Detectives say they don't think an outsider did this. The father is out of the hospital. Officials say he is cooperating with the investigation. Governor Andy Beshear of Kentucky is calling it a historic investment in education in the Commonwealth. Today, he unveiled an additional $2 billion in pre-K to 12th grade education. This is part of the governor's upcoming budget proposal. The proposed budget would fully fund universal pre-K for all 4-year-olds. Governor Beshear will unveil his full budget proposal later this week. We now know whose remains were found in that SUV pulled from the Ohio River back in October. Investigators say the fibula found belonged to Stephanie Wynn. The 1998 Nissan Pathfinder also belonged to her. She and her two children were last seen in 2002. Since no other remains were found at the time, the children are still listed as open missing persons cases. There are plans for more searches of the Ohio River once the weather improves. And speaking of the weather, let's send things over to Raven Richard with an update for your 9 First Warning forecast. Raven?
Hey everybody, so we are still expecting some very cold temperatures approaching our Tuesday morning. Lows expected to start into the single digits, looking at some teens for folks. So it's going to feel like we're into the single digits and even close to 0 for some folks. But highs for your Tuesday going to warm up to the freezing mark for most of us. But that's not going to be a huge difference compared to what we have seen for our Monday. Here's a look at the rest of your forecast. We do get a midweek warm up for your Wednesday, your Thursday. We'll count Friday as well. But for the weekend, we are looking at the possibility of seeing some snow and temperatures dropping down to the 30s.